Down into turn 3, Skinner on the bottom side. Now, he probably lost the back of the car right there.
He did.
Slides right up into Elliott Sadler. Everybody else saying, just let me get by this mess.
Hey, you saw the rear end break loose first.
Well, he had to correct, and when he did, he got into Sadler. That told it all right there. He lost the back of the car getting into turn 3. Certainly didn't mean for it to happen, but it happened.
This is a 16-lap contest. Brand new car for Elliott Sadler. Bam, into the wall hard.
No sooner had you said the adrenaline was running as fast as the cars, bam.
Eli, you could see it coming.
If you're a lip reader, Larry McReynolds says, Mike, come back, say that again.
There was pretty good contact between Mike Skinner and Elliott Sadler. He had to worry a little bit as to whether he has a fender rubbing. Mike Skinner does. And I'll guarantee you he has some thoughts right there as he climbs out of that race car. Not too happy.
He's not thinking about fenders rubbing. Says he's okay. Boy, oh boy, the Wood brothers looked like they might have had another entrant into the Winston.
50th year here. Elliott Sadler wants to win one of these. Oh, he's just, what happened?
Mike, what were you doing? What were you thinking about? A picture worth 1,000 words.
Look at the damage here on the right side of Skinner's car. It's all behind the wheel. Most of the damage is back around the door area.
What happens to Sadler here? Well, there he goes.
Looks like he got in just way too high.
And that's what I saw. When I looked up, he was high already on the outside going around, looked like. Don't think he got any help.
Was it? Oh, you don't need Fox Sports for that.
Man, that was almost a direct hit.
Sadler not happy with Ryan Newman.
Now, I spiked my helmet like that one time, but they paid me to do it.
I think you were in Victory Lane.
I was in Victory Circle at
I think you were there with him.
Yeah, I think it was.
Bam.
Daytona 500. And the automatic ball return.
And yeah, I'm loading up. No, I don't think I'll do that again.
Okay.
First thing I want to do is apologize to Motorcraft and USAF for the way I acted, but just trying to race clean, and that was a really good race call, and I don't appreciate getting running the wall all the way down the front stretch and just finally taking out 30 laps, not one. You know, you got to work a little bit, I thought, but just don't want to get pushed around, and that's I'll remember that. I'm not Jimmy Spencer. I might forget every once in a while, but I'll remember what happened tonight.
Well, you got a good right arm and you got your helmet back.
I got a good right arm. I used to pitch a little bit, and I might have to throw it again if it happens. I don't know. I just want to apologize to my sponsors. I probably shouldn't have done it, but this is the Winston. I wanted to win this thing, so just tough. A good race car is tore up.
Now watch the 84.
He just got up there and got into him.
Misjudged.
Yep.
We've had 2 cautions, and they each have been for a Gillette Evernham car.
Yeah, you see the 84 just gets us, it's pushing up the hill right there. Just clips the back of Elliott's car. And you know, if it was a 500-mile race, 600-mile race, I'd say too aggressive too early. But man, you just can't leave anything out there.
Yeah, I'm done. I mean, I'm 100% done.
Wow.
Let them know you drove it back.
Jeff Green will get the free pass. Oh, that's done.
Yeah, it's killed. You know, it's a shame. Last week, Elliott had a good car at Darlington, and he got down into turn 1 under Tony Stewart, and they collided and took him out of the race. Here he is, a second lap tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this is just tough season. It's hard to have such a fast race car and come in here and really wanted to race our way into the All-Star race, and you know, I think we just got flat taken out, you know, by whatever his name is. So,
Allmendinger.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason he keep taken out of that car. Seems like every other week. So just a shame. I'm just proud of my guys bouncing back from Darlington, coming here with the Stanley Dodge, and we were fast. And it's just a shame that we didn't get a chance to race our way into the All-Star race. We didn't get a chance, you know. So just hate it for my guys right now.
Goes Elliott there in the 19 car. Comes down the hill, right in the front of David Gilliland.
Get another look at it, but I didn't see that David Gilliland did anything wrong. He was right on the bottom of the racetrack.
Oh my gosh!
Hamlin came flying in there.
Absolutely.
Bill Elliott, the 21.
You know, when you come under that, when you come out of turn 2 back there, Mike, under that bridge, down low, it's pretty hard for the spotters to see that point on the racetrack. See the 19 go up the hill. Here comes Tony, and he says, oh, man, please go down. Please go down.
Boy, look at Casey Kane in that 9. He actually got some damage on the rear.
I take 100% responsibility. It's my fault for being even that we're anywhere close to Elliott. So, you know, if I'm within a half lap of him, I expect that to happen. So it's my fault. I mean, I'm the one that hit him. So when I hit him, it caused all the guys behind us to wreck. So it's my fault.
Is there any way to get your car back out there?
Oh, I'm sure it is. It'll look like a dune buggy when we get out there, but we'll get it out there. I got a great group of guys, and unfortunately, adversity is our motto here at Joe Gibbs Racing. So we'll be fine. We'll get it fixed, and we'll go out there and just ride around and be a fixture out there the rest of the day.
Sadler gets into the back end of Bowyer for the second time this afternoon. Clint has spun. Oh, the 24. That's simple. We've been doing that to everybody all day. Okay, you make sure Clint knows the 24 comes to me.
Boy, Jeff's on a mission today. He really is, man.
Gordon just took us out, just completely took us out. And I feel sorry for Clint because he's trying to make the chase, and I was inside of him, and I tried to hold on to him, but I've never blocked him or raced him hard in my life. I've always given and take with him, but that changed as a day. You know, I've raced Gordon my whole career and looked up to him with a lot of respect, and I know he runs for championships and try to give and take, but it's always kind of a little bit been about him. I can see what he's doing. I think he's pressing because Jimmy Johnson's been kicking his butt so bad the last couple of years that, you know, he feel like he's on his last leg. You know, I've raced Gordon my whole career and looked up to him with a lot of respect, and I know he runs for championships and try to give and take, but it's always kind of a little bit been about him. I can see what he's doing. I think he's pressing because Jimmy Johnson's been kicking his butt so bad the last couple of years that, you know, he feel like he's on his last leg. Oh, I haven't talked to him, but seemed like I'm a pretty big boy. It seemed like he'd have picked somebody his own size to pick on, but you know, I'm going to protect my real estate and protect my race car and my guys and my sponsor and race as hard as I can. So we're going to go down and race race to the end, and if that means we get tangled a little bit, we get tangled a little bit. That's the way racing is.
I think there were some cars up there that were having good days that, you know, some guys weren't used to having good days, and they may or may not have thought that they deserved to be there, but, you know, they did. Everybody deserves a spot on the racetrack, and if they're having a good day, you can't take it from them just because they don't normally run up there. And, you know, I think that may have been what happened with that situation that got me wrecked as well. I mean, that's the thing. You got to be able to cover all your bases and you know, look over your shoulder and make sure that, you know, you're not holding somebody up. And you know, I mean, unfortunately, I thought I was doing a pretty good job of that and got caught up in it. But it is what it is. That was last week.
We left the racetrack with quite a few guys upset at us, and you know, for good reason. And you know, it was intense racing and some mistakes on my part. And hey, you know, you just got to do, when you make those kinds of decisions and those things happen. I'm not out there to make friends, but I'm also not out there to make enemies. You know, and I feel like I've been pretty good at that over the years and not having any enemies. And it's because I race clean, you know, I do. Has intensity gone up for me? You know, yeah, you know, it has. You know, and it's just because that's what the sport demands today. You know, it demands more than that. And you could say, oh, well, back in the day, Earnhardt, you know, well, he did it that way, but I didn't. You know, I didn't. I did it different, you know, in those days. And it's because you had to be consistent over the full season, win the championship. But under the new format, you know, with the double file restarts especially and all, you just got to be more aggressive. And when you're more aggressive, you know, people are going to get upset.
See Ricky Stenhouse getting out of the corner. Elliott actually loses a little bit here, gets in the side of him. Elliott spins, and everything's looking pretty good. And here comes along his teammate, and wham! Last thing Harvick wanted to see his car owner.
Man, give Elliott Sadler a lot of credit. He could have used up. He could have taken Ricky Stenhouse out here. Okay, all he had to do was turn to the right to try and save himself, and he was courteous to Ricky Stenhouse there, and it cost him a spin and ultimately a car. But
I don't know what happened. We were running third on the restart, and the 31 caught on fire. So I thought we would move up to second, and NASCAR didn't let us. They penalized us for some reason. And Brad got to go from fourth to second. So That put us in position on the inside, which is tough down there. You get a little loose, and then I just got loose under the 6 car, but I don't understand the rules yet over here in the Nationwide Series. They got us in New Hampshire, cost us 5 or 6 spots, and I'm trying to follow all the instructions, and I don't understand how you can run third, the car in front of you catch on fire, and you don't move up. So I'm not clear about the rules over here.
Let's talk about the action on the track and what led to the slide.
Led to what?
To the slide that
I just got loose underneath the 6, and the 30 was underneath me, and I was trying to hold it down to keep him down, and I just lost. It was my fault. It's a shame. My guys worked their butts off today, and we came from last to had a shot. If I got to restart it where I should have on the outside, we had a good shot to win this thing, but it just wasn't meant to be tonight. We'll just go home, regroup, and go get them next week at Iowa.
What an aggressive restart he had.
Oh! Kyle Busch into the wall hard. Elliott Sadler and Kyle Busch made contact. It's not going to be 4 in a row for Kyle.
Elliott ran up and sort of hit Kyle in the back to let him know he didn't like what he saw.
And there Kyle goes for retaliation. Hits the 24 of Elliott Sadler. Sadler goes around. This time the caution comes out.
Holy cow.
For James Buscher, because he'll start on the outside of row number 2 as we see Kyle Busch is out of his truck. Looks as though they won't go back out on the racetrack after being involved in the incident with Elliott Sadler. But again, James Buscher having a very good evening. We talk about when can he get to victory lane. This is a great opportunity for him to take second away from Jason White, because he'll be on the outside, and then he will have to battle with Kevin Harvick.
You know, one good thing about Jason White's truck, though, that's where he likes to run. He's been running on the bottom of the track while chasing Kevin Harvick down. By the way, it's desperation time. I mean, we got to go.
Look at the media swarming around the driver of the 18, Kyle Busch. There's bumping and banging on the racetrack, and well, there was a little bumping and banging taking place around Kyle Busch as he's trying to walk back to his hauler.
This looks like the Pied Piper, doesn't it?
Yeah, he has got a big crowd around him, and obviously he is not very happy as he's walking, trying not to talk to anyone. Right.
Well, we'll see if we can get with Kyle here. He just talked to the media a little bit. Kyle, obviously a frustrating night out there. I know it looked like it was retaliation. I know Elliott Sadler. Do you think he dumped you intentionally?
Yeah, sure he did. Where's his paycheck come from, Ray?
Got that one.
Just, you know, we were racing earlier tonight. I pulled a slide job on him. He ran into me 3 times after that. And then got clear of him for a while. And then on that restart there, I was trying to slide him, get up to the top. And Spider said I was clear. I was clear at the time. Maybe I was too late. But he hooked me anyway and wrecked us. So I'm not going to put up with it.
Before the wreck happened, do you think you had a truck good enough to win?
I don't know. Track position is way too important. You know, with these trucks here, the motors, the gears, everything we've got, it's the wrong tire for here. So just really hard to pass. But anything can happen. You know, you can certainly make moves through traffic. You know, I felt like we were probably the best truck here in practice, but it doesn't matter right now.
Elliott's got the low line. They're going to go 3 wide.
Yeah, that's a great move. You can see Jason Leffler really get loose there. Down in 1-2. Elliott's able to make that pass 2 at a time. Easy! No!
Oh, no!
What are you doing?
Leffler gets into him.
Oh, that's terrible.
And Almirola gets contact as well, and the caution is out. Clements gets involved. There is a red caution flag, and we may get a red flag here, we're being told.
That just started with Jason Leffler just dumping Elliott Sadler getting into 3.
And you can see Elliott from our camera inside.
Yeah, he didn't deserve that. No, that's Jason Leffler. I don't know why that may have started. He was the one that got loose down in 1, opened up the inside for Elliott. Elliott made the pass, and then he just ran into the back of him.
Somewhat subdued gesture, as he obviously not happy with Jason Leffler, but as I said, I was expecting to see smoke coming out of those ears.
I'm sure the video shows that the 38 just run right in the back of us. So not much respect for guys running for the championship, and there's nothing I could do. He just hit us square in the rear, and I just lost it. I don't understand. He's not running for anything. I cleared him, even gave him extra room to not try to crowd him, and it's very frustrating, man. My guys worked their butt off to get us in a good situation to run for the championship this year. We made a good pit stop there at the end, working our way back up, but very frustrating not being able to go to Homestead, having a chance to win the thing. So I let my guys down, especially today. I let my sponsors down, not having a chance. And but I definitely want to thank them for their support.
Have you spoken at all to Jason Leffler? And if not, what will you say to him?
Wow, what do you want to say to him?
That's it's no need to fuss about it. He just one of those things. He just run right in the back of us. You know, some things you can talk to people about him. He's got into us a couple races this year, road course stuff like that, and we just kind of let it go and tried to move on. But we couldn't come back from what happened today. But you know, what do you say? It's not going to fix the issue that we're out of the race and have lost our chance to win the championship.
Elliott, what about the line? You really were diving down off the racetrack on the bottom and try to make the pass. Why that line?
Everybody's doing it. Look at the race. Everybody's doing it to make passes, and it's actually giving the other guys more room. And you know, I think you're going to see it all day tomorrow too. So I thought I was doing the right thing to get away from them. They both got loose in the middle of 1 and 2. I pull up under them, get away from them to not crowd them all up because the track's narrow. Pull up, clear them, and then have the line going into turn 3, and he's running the back of me. So very frustrating, very frustrating. Seems like you work all season long to put yourself in a situation, and just it all goes away at a split second.
He stopped sooner than I expected, but ultimately it's my responsibility, and he slid across the racetrack. I think he got in early not to overshoot the corner. I was racing Eric, but I take full responsibility. You know, I mean, I run right in the back of him. But it was the last thing. It wasn't on purpose. It was a mistake on my part. So feel bad for him, and his guys feel bad for everybody on the Great Clips team. We had a pretty good car going today, and just one of those deals, you know, it just happened instantly. And it's tough back there because when the guy slides across the racetrack, he clears you, but he kills all his momentum. And you know, he's a good driver, smart driver, so obviously he lifted early to keep from blowing the corner. I was racing Eric and just made a mistake. I mean, it's all my fault, you know. I mean, I can't, but that's what happened. It certainly wasn't. That's the last thing I wanted to do to Elliott and his guys, and affect the championship like that.
Oh no! Logano pushes Sadler around into the wall.
Sadler spun his tires a little bit. Logano was trying to push him through, and he got him crossed up.
I didn't see that coming.
I did not either.
Nick initially indicated, let's don't lose a lap, guys, but as you can see, it's much worse than that.
Oil cooler busted. They can't continue.
That is really frustrating.
So you go from leading the championship and leading the race to probably going to finish somewhere around 24th or so. Elliott walking away. Joey Logano's radio.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Tell him I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that at all.
Man, he just bump drafted me, just trying to get us going. I just hate it, man. I'm just fighting for my life out here to try to stay a part of the sport and trying to do well and win a championship and win races and do a good job for One Main Financial and all their branches and stuff like tonight, man. That's just heartbreaking. It's just it's tough, man. We got a lot of points there to make up.
You're in a situation where you're leading the race, and also from a points standpoint and the championship standpoint, sitting in the driver's seat, not the best night for Stenhouse. How is that square things now?
I don't know where to sit. Yeah, not a good night. He's running 5th, I think. We just it's a shame, man. I understand what he was trying to do, but you just don't bump draft everywhere you go, especially at a place like Darlington and everybody's on used tires. It's, there's a time and a place for everything. I just hate that we're on the losing end of it. Just tore a really good race car and just killed us in the points. Just going to make it another uphill battle. It's Daytona all over again last year, and we got to keep fighting.
Coming down the front straightaway, as we said, 18 laps to go. We're racing again in Indy. Boy, Hornish slow on the restart in that yellow car.
We got another issue with the Elliott Sadler being the line of track. Last year looked like you really spun the tires. Could be because Hornish had the rear tires all over jacked up.
We'll have to wait and see what the ruling is from NASCAR, but right now it is Elliott Sadler out in front.
Black flag. The 2 car is being black flagged. Be aware. 2 car being black flagged right here in front of you.
And $100,000 just went out the window for Elliott Sadler.
NASCAR just told me, Robert Pemberton, and we had some lengthy discussions, that I did not jump the start. And the video clearly shows the 22 going first, beating me to the restart line, the 12 then hitting the 22 and getting him really loose and spinning his tires. The 3 is also pushing me, so it's not like I can stop either, and we just got a better restart and beat them to the start-finish line. But Robert Pemberton just told me right out of his mouth, I did not jump the start. So
This is a very tough penalty. This is very, very hard to swallow at the inaugural race here in Indy, as I race to win.
And a restart like that, what would your options be?
They didn't give me any options, and I asked them, what would the protocol be? You tell me what the protocol is. If the leader beats me to the restart line, which he did, and it's on video just as clear as day, and then he spins his tires. It's just like missing a shift. Do I stop and wait for him to get his shifting right, or do I stop and let him get his tires? Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm getting pushed for about a 3 car who's also getting pushed about a 43. What are we supposed? I don't know the protocol, and they did not give me one. To come here, we really wanted to win this inaugural race, and we didn't get to win that, and we didn't get to win the Dash for Cash, and we should have won that. And we lose a lot of points for the championship, and it's hard to recover from stuff like this. So, I mean, we'll try to rebound, but today my heart was definitely ripped out of my chest, and I don't know why, and I still don't know why right now.
He did not jump the restart, but the rules are that he cannot beat the #1 starter to the line, okay? And that's what he did. He clearly did that. He had them cleared by the time they got to the start-finish line, and, you know, and made no attempt to give it back. And that's, you know, that's the rules of a restart. Their contention is that they didn't jump the start and that they were being pushed across the line, and that it wasn't, you know, it's kind of out of his hands. So I understand that argument, but that's not the way the rules go.
Sadler in the 11 gets tapped, goes around, and winds up 18th. Elliott was all wound up after that spin, potentially cost him $100,000 in the Dash for Cash bonus program.
I already said the way you race like that? You will not win this championship. Mark my word. I've been there. I do what? I'm about to start what?
I mean, I'd be mad too. In the same situation, I'd be just as mad. So, you know, I've raced Elliott clean for years and never had issues with him. It wasn't like it was intentional, but it happened, and I understand his anger. The flip side is I felt like I had a run, and I got taken down to the bottom there, and you know, who knows? I don't want to make any excuses and say I picked up junk on the tires or anything like that, but I know I didn't have the level of grip that I anticipated I was going to have when I got to the corner, and like I said, right front got in his left rear, and that was it. It wasn't certainly wasn't intentional, but it's going to be tough to tell him that right now.